Hey fellas, David here. Beer review time tonight. This is at Rogersons-Columbas Brown Ale. Really looking forward to this one. You got the recipe from Grant, beer lover 1983 brew. I think Ant's changed a couple of things. I think his ABV is a little bit lower than Grant's was, but we'll go through things and have a look. So okay, it's the style American Brown Ale. Original gravity 1.055, final gravity 1.014, gave an ABV of approximately 5.4%, 23 litre batch, and the boil time of 60 minutes. Now, if I remember right, I think Grant's was 30-minute boil, but if I'm wrong, please correct me. Okay, we'll go for grain bill now. 5.6 kilograms of Marisotto, 665 grams of crystal malt 60, 215 grams of chocolate malt, and 215 grams of Vienna malt. Okay, so that's a 60-minute mash. And to me, them grains, it's quite an extensive grain bill, that, so I think you're going to quite a strong flavouring coming through from them, if I'm correct. So right, go to the hops. It's all Columbus. 27 grams at 30 minutes, 40 grams at 5 minutes, and 30 grams at flame out. Pardon me. Okay, yeast. These are one package of the Sapphire US05, which I've used. I know it's a fantastic yeast. That really good results. I've used it for the pale ales and been smack on. Okay, 15 minutes from the end of the boil. We've got World Flock tablets, and I don't know why, I've not seen this before. Last 15 minutes of the boil, yeast nutrient. Now, I've used yeast nutrient, pardon me, but obviously at the time I'm pitching the yeast as well for things like turbo ciders, wines. I've done an elderflower champagne, which I've also used yeast nutrient, so I don't know why that is, and I'm sure somebody out there a lot more experienced than me will tell me why. Okay, so notes, dry hop 25 grams. Okay, got a bit of a frog in my throat. So what do we know about Columbus hops? Well, I know a little bit, to be honest. The origin is from the US. Alpha acid range is 14 to 20%. The characteristics, I would say sherbet, black pepper, a pinch of licorice. Flavour intensity, low being 1 and 10 being high. I would say it's about number 9. And how do we know all this? The Bible. You can see there it's got a great section on hops. I don't think it's every single hop, but really good instructions what kind of beer you want to brew, something like that. So you guys who've not got that, it's a great book for anybody and everybody. So that's my part of the sermon. Right. Brown ale. What do I know about brown ale? Right. Not a fashionable drink, not in this day and age. It may have been in the early to mid 1900s, I don't know. Right, but what we'll do, got this book here, see there, World Atlas of Beer, Tim Webb and Stephen Bowman. This is brilliant book, it's went all over the world. We just got a little bit on brown ale, so I won't bore you too much, we'll just go through it. Right. While the 20th century was bad for pale ale in Britain, its effect on those ales, called variously mild, dark and brown, that reflected a sweeter, softer and longer tradition, was far greater. Such beers had historically come in 3 strengths. Regular beer, or common, was around 5 to 6%, which is what this beer is, an ounce. Small beer made from thinner worts, often from the running spargins, and it would more typically be around 3%. Now, I was at a brewery a while back, some time ago, and the maids in the house used to brew beers for the masters, the lords, and they used to have the top strength, and it used to filter down through to the servants, lower strengths, hence the term drunk as a lord. Obviously they would have 7 or 8 pints of strong beer each night. They'd play billiards, something like that. They didn't last very long in their lifetime because they obviously have too much alcohol, and too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So right, without further ado, crack this one open. The glass there, don't think it's nucleated, but I've used one before. Okay, let's have a fizz, smoke there, coming through straight away then. Hot's coming straight through, so we're going to pour and have a look. Not sure what the head's going to be like, so we'll give it a semi-aggressive pour and see how we get on. Okay. Half a finger of head space there. Not completely black, it's dark tan, I would say, colour. You can actually smell the licorice there. I'm not sure about the black pepper. It's obviously, I've done a treacle stout with with brown sugar, very similar aroma to that. Maybe not as intense, but it's 5.6%, 5.4% as I said. Carbonation's crack on there, not over carbonated, and the older ales, bitters, something you don't want them over carbonated anyway. So let's dive in and have a look. I know, so as Grant did it, Ant was blown away by Grant's recipe. He did it. I think Tudor knows he's done one as well. So let's dive in and have a look. A bit of sweetness on the front there. Smooth as you like. Some of the beers I've done, they have been nice, but they've been quite harsh in the bitterness. That is just, you wouldn't say it's 5.4%. Slight little bit of bitterness there. Smooth as you like. Sweetness on the front. Lovely aftertaste that. It's, what more can I say? I'm going to savour this and I'm going to take my time. It's not like any other homebrew I've had, to be honest. I've not had a brown ale. I've had brown ale in the bottles. I think there's a man's brown ale, which was very light on the feel. Not much depth to it, not much money, but this is, them hops are just, you wouldn't say the flavours as intense as it suggests, because it's balanced. That really balanced. Place on the glass in there, and I won't worry too much about the head there, because it could be the way I poured it. Maybe the glass could be slightly mucky, I'm not so sure, but that, to me, I've been thinking about this beer. It's a simple recipe, and it's certainly one I do fancy doing. I wouldn't necessarily do it for now. More the autumn, I've been trying to do a few lighter ales, pale ales and lagers, but that, for me, it's not a full on winter's beer. It's an autumn. It's a come home from work. The wind's been howling round. It's just starting to lash down. You've come in, you close the curtains, you've got the fire on, and it's just something to put your feet up. That's just so nice. That. And I haven't had his first one. I haven't said you could have down it, and it just feels the same to me. That is. I just wish somebody out there would do a head-to-head with Grant's original, because if Grant's is better than that, then we'd like to try that one as well, because that's absolutely superb. That. So, it's just so we can't explain the smoothness of it. I mean, some of the stouts, and like I say, the ones I've done, they've been quite harsh, and they've been well, that to me, absolutely fantastic drink, that, mate. Credit to you, credit to Grant, original recipe. And if Dino's anything like that, we've got our winners. I know it's coming into the right kind of season for those down under, a little bit under Australia, as Mr. Rogerson says. So cheers for that, mate. It's first of many. Might try and put another one or so for the weekend, and I'll be away. But thanks for watching, guys. If you get a chance to try one of these events, or even get the recipe off him, I highly recommend it. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the weekend and take care.